beautiful people, my name is Caitlin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've never made a YouTube video before, so kind of weird to say that. Anyway, today I'm going to be working through sketchbooks, and specifically I'm going to be talking about when you don't know what to draw, because I find a lot of artists get in this mind block and just don't start to draw because they don't know what to even begin with. So I'm going to be talking about how I work through that as an artist, and I'm also going to be talking a little bit about my life so you can get to know me, because let's be friends. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Alrighty, so when you don't know what to draw, it's important that you just look at things around you and what inspires you. The first thing for me that came to my head, an ice cube. Do I know why? No, but it's just a basis to go off of, so it works in this situation. I also drew my ice cube as if it was melting, and then I got inspired by those drips, and it reminded me of water dripping down and then freezing, so I drew icicles. And I think when you don't know what to draw, that's really the main thing that helps you, is just get inspired by things around you and build upon that. So I got inspired by those icicles, and it reminded me of an iceberg, and I started drawing an iceberg. Then that iceberg reminded me of a rock that a mermaid would sit on, so I wrote mermaid, and I just kept going with that. And I thought of, how can I relate this mermaid back to my original idea of an ice cube? And I've always related mermaids to warm climates, so I was like, it'd be kind of cool to create a character of a mermaid that is in a colder climate, and how would that look in my head? And this is going to be different for everyone, but I think it's important to just utilize your open space in your sketchbook and just build on your ideas, because that's what's going to create an actual art piece in the end. So I'm going to just speed through here a bit, but I think that's one of the main things that's important for me as an artist, is when I don't know what to draw, I'm not going to go jump into creating the actual art piece. I'm going to sketch before, and I'm going to get inspired by whatever's in my head. And I don't normally do character development. I hadn't really gotten interested in it until this year, my senior year in high school, which is really weird to me, actually. Can we talk about that for a second? Like, in a few months, I'm gonna be graduated and I'm gonna be going to college, and I feel old. Like, I know I look 12, but I'm actually 17, turning 18 next month in March, and I'm gonna be a full adult. I'm gonna be able to vote. That is so wild to me. But anyway, back to sketching. I feel like I find myself not knowing what to draw pretty often, but this character development and this process of just taking in a specific object and making it your own. And obviously you can do this with any object. You could look at my ice cube and think, ew, I hate how when ice melts and I step in it in my sock, and you could end up drawing a sock. It really doesn't matter, especially if you don't know what to draw. It doesn't need to turn into an amazing art piece. It also is just room for you to develop your skill. For example, in this, the character to the left of my drawing now is a lot different than the one that I'm drawing. I wanted to add more detail, and I wanted to make her more personalized. So I drew her as if she was in the situation. She is in a bikini top, even though she is a mermaid, and I expected, she'd be cold. So I just added more features to her that made her seem more realistic and someone that I would like to develop as a character. And just, again, fill your sketchbook, use it to its full ability, and figure out what it is that you want to draw before moving on to your final piece. And so here, you can see I'm moving on to my final piece, and I'm just sketching with my pencil before I go in with my Micron pens. But again, your artwork, your medium, your whatever you want to create. So I personally like to add Micron pen over my pencil so that I can add it in with watercolor or markers. But whatever medium you decide to choose for your final piece is really up to you. And since I wanted this to be my final piece, I am erasing my pencil lines here, and then I'm going to cover that with my Micron pen, just because that's my style and that's what I like to look at when my piece is finally done, because I can add more details. Right here is where I noticed that I could see myself in the camera. So, hi past Caitlin, you're doing great.
And fast forwarding here, I'm going to fast forward through all the hair and the body parts here. So on the off chance that you guys do want a tutorial on how I do my hair or the body parts or really any aspects of my drawing, comment below. But otherwise, I thought it was kind of unnecessary to include.
Finally, I suggest that you finalize your piece. Once you have your official sketch, you can leave it as just outlines as it is here, but I'm deciding to go in with alcohol markers and colorless blenders to blend that out just because that's what I thought would work best with this piece, but really any medium works. I really highly suggest working with multiple different mediums. I actually just had 2 different art pieces. One was charcoal and the other was inking and marker, and they both got into an art show, which is crazy. Like, I know this is kind of gonna seem like a gloating moment, but for real, I'm an artist in an art show. That is so crazy to me, especially for the fact that they were 2 very vastly different pieces. If you guys would like to see those pieces, they are on my Instagram, which will be linked below, and also my Facebook, which will also be linked below. Besides that, here is the final completed piece from our little sketchbook today, and I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a few things on how to build upon your ideas when you don't know what to draw. Other than that, here are my social media handles if you would like to contact me. They are also linked in the description as stated before. And also, shameless self-plug, my commissions are also open, so if you guys would like personalized artwork or you would also like prints, please contact me for inquiries. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!